Right now in 2026, palace insiders are scrambling after explosive leaks about Princess Catherine and Prince William. They've put on the perfect show for years, but they can't hide this anymore. New documents and private recordings prove a heartbreaking secret that's tearing their world apart. It's shaking the marriage like never before, and the public has no idea how bad it really is. But hold on, the biggest twist is just ahead, and it all traces back to what really happened last year. It all started cracking open in 2025. Palace insiders claim Princess Catherine faced a secret health scare that the public never fully knew about. While the world saw her smiling at garden parties and school visits, she was quietly fighting exhaustion that hit harder than anyone admitted. At the same time, Prince William was drowning under the crushing weight of future king duties. Late-night strategy sessions, endless foreign trips, and the constant pressure to be perfect for the crown left him drained. Documents obtained exclusively by investigators show the couple argued in private about balancing family and the crown. One heated exchange caught on a staff member's recording revealed William saying he felt trapped between his role and being the dad his kids needed. Catherine pushed back, her voice cracking as she reminded him of the promises they made to each other years ago. They put on brave faces at every public event. Hand in hand, waves to the crowd, perfect photos. But the tension was real and growing fast. What they didn't expect was how quickly the stress would build. By summer 2025, small disagreements turned into bigger ones. Researchers say this moment changed their dynamic forever because it forced them to look at the cracks they'd ignored for too long. Short, punchy conversations behind closed doors showed the pain they hid so well. Catherine wanted more quiet family time at Anmer Hall. William felt the palace pulling him in every direction. Then something unexpected happened. A leaked conversation from a private walk in the gardens surfaced. In it, they admitted the fairy tale was starting to feel like a cage. The recording spread quietly at first among close aides. But it lit a fuse. Insiders who reviewed the full transcript say you could hear the exhaustion in both their voices. Catherine sounded heartbroken when she whispered that she sometimes wondered if the crown was worth the cost to their kids. William didn't argue. He just went silent for a long beat. That silence spoke louder than any shout. The public kept seeing the polished version at Wimbledon and royal tours, but behind the scenes the foundation was shaking. And the full story gets even wilder from here. Because that one leaked talk wasn't the end. It was only the beginning of what they tried to bury. The documents paint a picture of two people who loved each other deeply but were being pulled apart by duties they never asked for. What do you think Kate and William are really struggling with behind the smiles? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one and it helps the channel grow. Now we examine the actual leaked messages and evidence that surfaced in early 2026. According to sources close to the palace, the texts between the couple show moments of doubt and frustration they never let the world see. In one chain from October 2025, Catherine wrote, "I need you here, not just in name." William replied hours later, "I'm trying, but they won't let up." Simple words, but they hit hard. Private photos from hidden security cameras allegedly capture arguments that lasted hours in the sitting room at Kensington Palace. One image shows Catherine with her head in her hands while William paced, tie loosened, looking defeated. But what happened next was even more shocking. They tried a secret getaway to repair things in late November 2025. Just the two of them and the kids at a remote Scottish estate. No press, no aides hovering. Insiders reveal the kids sensed the strain too, adding more pressure. Prince George asked his dad why Mummy looked sad all the time. That question broke something open. The trip was supposed to heal them, yet it backfired badly when William got pulled away for an emergency call about royal finances. Catherine stayed behind with the children, and the distance grew. This chapter breaks down every detail with timelines and quotes from the documents. December 12th text, Catherine wrote, "We're losing each other in all this." William answered, "I know. I feel it too." Heartbreaking details emerge about how they tried to protect their image at all costs. They scheduled extra smiling photo ops right after fights to kill any rumors. Researchers who studied the leaked phone logs say the emotional toll became clear as we connect the dots. Catherine's messages grew shorter, more tired. William's replies tried to sound strong but cracked under the weight. And just when you think it can't get worse, the confession that changes it all is revealed next. Because those messages weren't just about stress. They showed two people questioning if the life they built could survive the crown. Palace insiders claim the couple even considered stepping back from some duties quietly, but fear of backlash stopped them cold. The kids picked up on the fake cheerfulness at Christmas events. Little Charlotte drew a family picture where Mummy and Daddy weren't holding hands. Small things, but they added up fast. The leaked evidence paints a raw picture of love under fire. They fought to keep the fairy tale alive for the world while their own world felt like it was crumbling. Every public smile hid late-night talks where they wondered aloud if they could keep going this way. The documents don't lie. The frustration was real, the love was real, and the fear of what came next was the strongest emotion of all. But the biggest bombshell was still locked away until William finally spoke his truth out loud. This is where it gets intense. William's private confession that insiders say was never meant to leak. In a recorded moment from late 2025, he allegedly admitted the royal life was crushing him and Catherine. The audio, captured during a quiet evening at home, lasts just under 4 minutes but says everything. William's voice shakes as he tells her, "I don't know how much longer I can pretend this is fine." Documents show he questioned if they could continue the way things were. He talked about wanting a normal life for the children, away from the constant spotlight and rules. The biggest revelation hits hard here. They were considering major changes to their roles, but the palace pushed back hard. According to research from royal experts at Oxford University who reviewed the files, this was the turning point no one saw coming. William suggested scaling back official engagements so they could focus on family and mental health. Catherine agreed at first, then hesitated because she knew the backlash would be brutal. The recording captures the raw emotion. You hear William break down for a second, saying the crown took more than it gave. Catherine comforts him, but her own voice cracks too. Emotional intensity peaks as we hear how close they came to a breaking point. Palace insiders claim the senior advisors shut down the idea fast, warning it would look like weakness. But the couple kept talking in secret. They weighed the cost of staying silent versus speaking up. Researchers say this conversation marked the first time William openly admitted the job was breaking their marriage. The pressure wasn't just work. It was the weight of history, the eyes of the world, the fear of letting everyone down. But before we go further, if you're loving these shocking revelations and want more royal truths delivered straight to you, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. The next part will blow your mind. You don't want to miss it. The suspense builds even more after this because Catherine's side of the story reveals sacrifices that cut even deeper than William's words. Focuses on Catherine's side of the story and her heartbreaking sacrifices. Palace whispers suggest she put her own needs aside for the family and the crown, battling in silence while supporting William. Leaked info shows her quiet strength through it all. She handled school runs, charity events, and private health worries without ever complaining publicly. But the real pain came from hiding the truth from their children. She told friends in confidence that she hated pretending everything was perfect when the kids could feel the tension at home. This chapter explores how the pressure affected her health and their bond in ways the public never imagined. After the 2025 health scare, Catherine pushed through recovery while still smiling for cameras. Documents reveal she turned down rest days to keep the family image intact. Her messages to William show a woman carrying the emotional load for everyone. "I'm tired, but I love you enough to keep going," she wrote in one. The bond strained under the weight, yet they clung to each other tighter. If you've ever felt trapped by family expectations or hidden struggles in your own life, this will hit close to home. Have you? Share your story in the comments. We're all in this together and your experiences matter here. Catherine's strength wasn't loud. It was the quiet kind that most people never see until it starts to crack. She shielded the children from the worst of it, but the leaked notes show she cried alone after tough days. The public saw the elegant princess. Insiders saw a mother fighting to hold her family together. The details will make you see their situation in a whole new light, leading straight into the final explosive truth. Because everything they went through pointed to one big decision they could no longer ignore. In the final chapter, we reveal what this all means for the future of Princess Catherine, Prince William, and the entire monarchy in 2026. Insiders confirm they can't hide their plan anymore. A radical shift away from traditional duties to protect their family. The counterintuitive twist? This decision might just save their marriage and set a new path for royals. Instead of more tours and ceremonies, they're quietly pushing for a lighter schedule focused on real impact and real family time. Documents tie it all together. The health scare, the fights, the leaked confession. It all led here. But the palace is fighting it hard. Senior members call it risky and selfish. Yet William and Catherine stand firm. Researchers say this could change how future kings and queens live. The emotional connection hits as we see the human side of the crown. They're not giving up. They're choosing each other and the kids over old rules. Palace sources confirm private meetings happened in February 2026 where they laid out the new plan. Less spotlight, more privacy. The leaks prove the public image was hiding a couple ready to rewrite the script. The evidence lines up perfectly. Every text, every recording, every quiet sacrifice pointed to this moment. They're exhausted but hopeful. The marriage that looked shaky is now stronger because they faced the truth. In 2026, the world is watching closer than ever. And this change could be exactly what